What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. For those who are new here, hello and welcome, and for all of my returning subscribers, hey. So today I am doing just a few tasks outside. It's a little chilly out here, but I got some mail and I wanted to unbox this with you guys. I am like super duper excited because I've been wanting one of these for a really long time. So if you guys want to see what's going on, stay tuned. So if you have been around on my channel for a while, then you know I have been gardening out of these like stackable planters from the Dollar Tree for a little while now. I really have enjoyed using these. They were like a super affordable alternative for container planting or container gardening and all of that jazz. But you can see these guys over the years. I've been using these now, I want to say like 3 years, but they are beginning to crack and the cups themselves just aren't very big, and I want to be able to maximize my I would like to be able to maximize my gardening space on my deck without obviously taking up too much space other than, you know, what we have going on here. So I will be replacing these for one. We got a GreenStalk. So let's open this baby up. All right, so hopefully you can hear me fine. So I have been wanting to invest in one of these for a really long time, but I've usually been working on a budget, especially since I have my raised beds out in my yard. But you know, every now and then you just gotta splurge on yourself a little bit, and so I went on ahead and bought myself an early birthday gift and got one of these. So I ended up going with the leaf planter. So the leaf is a little bit shorter. Hold on. Let's get all this stuff out before, you know, we get into the deets. So it looks like this is the watering reservoir here. This looks like the little trays that you put in each basin or whatever. Okay. And bam. All right, so I ended up going with the 4-tier or the 5-tier leaf, which is a little less deeper than the original. Let me make sure I'm doing this. And it looks like I forgot that I wanted to get a base to put on the bottom here, so I'll go back and purchase that. But let's go on ahead and just see how tall this stacks up. All right, you guys can see that this lands about waist deep or waist height. And I'm thinking I should be good to put it up on a stand. I just want to try it out real quick before I actually fill it up with soil. Oh my gosh, you guys. Y'all see him? It's over in my neighbor's yard. He's so cute. Oh my gosh. I've seen them in the neighborhood before, but never over here by our house. How cute, how sweet, even though I can't stand squirrels. All right, back to the line of business. Let's see what this does up on a stand. All right, so already I'm afraid that this is not wide enough, but let's just see. Yeah, way too big. All right, so that ain't gonna work. All right, so I'm sitting here because I'm not sure if filling this up is a good idea right now, because we need to paint the deck, and I know I'm gonna need to clear this area out, like once it starts to warm up outside, to like dry out the deck so we can paint it and everything. So I am not gonna fill this up right now. What I'm going to do is I am going to place it out in the garden, but I need to get some sort of like paver or something to set it on to where it can be level and all of that good stuff. That way the watering can be like, you know, nice and even and all of that jazz. So I think, yeah, we're going to put that situation off for a second. But in the meantime, I do have some other stuff to show you. So yeah, we'll circle back around to the GreenStalk. All right, quickie look. Everything is still doing what needs to be done up in the greenhouse, minus this tray. I think I am going to have to reseed all of these, which makes me really sad. Yeah, the zinnias, the amaranth, everything like will need to be reseeded. These are beets here, those will be fine. So I'm just going to keep the tray intact, see what happens as the weather begins to warm up a little bit, but I'm feeling like it may be inevitable that I will have to reseed all of this, which really sucks. So yeah, that's what's going on in the greenhouse. Let me take you over to the cold frame and give you a quick update there. All right, so everything for the most part is looking good over here. I did not get good germination on the kohlrabi seeds that I sowed, but the mustards are doing good. Casper kale, I got a couple of those. The scarlet kale looks really sad. My hair is swinging in the way, sorry. But the pak choi, you can see, still spotty, but looks good. What is this? Mermaid cabbage. That's looking all right. Some of those might survive. The Savoy cabbage, I don't know about that. Napa cabbage looks really bad. So I think I'm gonna reseed a couple of cabbages. I think I still have enough time. As for this tray here, so up top were the straw flowers and the, what is this? What is that? Marshmallow. I was already unsure of that. That didn't come up. And then next to that we have nasturtiums, which those still might come up. I don't know. I might just end up direct sowing some of those. But we have plenty of arugula, as you can see. I need to transplant that stuff out. That's something that I planned on putting in the GreenStalk. What is this? Radicchio. I have a couple of those, which is good. Some butterhead lettuce, some endives, which look amazing. What is this here? The Marvel of Four Seasons didn't come up at all, which I'm really shocked at because this did really well for me last year. And then what do we have? The New Zealand spinach looks like it's trying to come up in some spots, so that's good. And all of the beets look really bad. I think I'm going to direct sow some of those as well. So These trays were not extremely successful, but that's okay. We got a few things out of this. So all of this stuff I will be transplanting out really soon once I get a decent day outside. I think we do have one more night that's going to be really, really cold coming up. But after that night, I think I'm safe to plant everything out as far as like cool weather crops. So my onions, all of these brassicas, lettuces, etc. So I really need to get on top of figuring out where I want to put the green stalk. All right, so if you guys have been here before, this is my layout here. So I don't know where I want to put this green stalk. I could put one here, and maybe I can eventually buy a second one and put it here, but I also want access to walking right there, so I don't think that's a good idea. Real quick, look at my pea shoots. They coming through, honey. That's exciting. Alrighty, well, this didn't go exactly as planned, but that's okay. I do still have this guy. So I have been searching high and low for a Chicago Hardy fig, and I finally tracked one down, and it was $14. Everywhere that I looked online was like 40 bucks and up. It was absolutely ridiculous. And granted, this is probably just like a bare root, but that's totally fine. I'm just going to pot it up in here for right now and store it in the greenhouse to allow for it to, you know, leaf out. So let's take a look at what we're working with. Yeah, very small roots, but that's okay. We are just gonna pop this down up in here. And once it begins to leaf out, I will fertilize it. So that is that. Also, the other day I showed you guys where me and my daughter went to Franklin Park Conservatory, and while I was out there, I could not resist purchasing a few seeds. So the conservatory, it's mostly filled with like tropicals, but they have like beautiful garden areas. If you're in the Central Ohio area, I highly recommend checking it out. But like I said, I ended up picking up some seed, and then also from the store that I picked up, the Chicago Hardy fig, I picked up some more seeds. So I have some wild bergamot here, which I've never tried to grow before. It looks like it grows really tall, so I'm trying to figure out a place that I can sow some of these seeds. Now the harvest time, or the time that it'll come to full maturity, is a full year, so I'll plant these this year with the hopes that I have some beautiful bergamot next year. And then I also picked up these, which I've never heard of this before, which is the wasabina. I don't know, it's a brassica, and it says it's deliciously spicy Japanese mustard green with wasabi-like flavor. So I can direct sow or start indoors. I think I'm going to sow just a couple of, like, you know, smaller cups with this, maybe put like 4 seeds in there and see what happens. But I'm excited to try this. I really like mustard, so wasabi flavor, I'm a spice girl, so this was I'm a spice girl. I like it. Anyways, I also, like I said, I wanted to get some more cabbage sown, so I ended up picking up the 1 kilo slow bolt Napa cabbage. This is Botanical Interest, and it's a 50 to 55 day variety, so I'm going to get these started today. And then I also picked up some broccoli rabe. This is the rapini, also Botanical Interest, and this is a 45 day frost tolerant variety. All right, y'all, we back up in the crib because it's getting a little windy outside and there's really not much more that I need to do outside. Like I said, I am going to sow a few seeds today. So that's something that I'll be doing off camera. I won't share that with you guys, but I wanted to show y'all real quick while we were at the conservatory. They were having their butterfly and blooms exhibit. So we went into the gift shop afterwards and we ended up picking up a little baby butterfly. So this is the caterpillar larva stage right now, and we are just watching as he prepares, or he or she, as they prepare to go into their chrysalis and transform. So we are super excited. So this was Soul's little takeaway from the conservatory, and I went on ahead and picked up one of these guys, which is just like a little butterfly habitat situation. So once it attaches itself to the lid here and actually goes into its chrysalis, I'll be able to transplant him from there into here, and then we can just watch as he transforms. So that is super exciting. You know, that's just a little tidbit. So unfortunately, this turned into more of an unboxing than a put together situation, but you know, don't fret. You know, once I figure out where I want to put this baby and all of that jazz, I will definitely be keeping you guys tuned in. So stay tuned for that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm all done here today. I don't think there's anything else that I can really show you guys that's exciting anyway. So I thank you guys so much for stopping by. I wish you all health, wealth, and prosperity. And until the next time, peace out.